Hannah Murray on TRE in the afternoon.
Joining us on the line now is TK Robinson. She's the author of Tales from Under the Kitchen Sink, a laugh-out-loud memoir about the hidden world of house cleaning. Tracie draws on years of running her own cleaning business to share the real-life tales of laughter and lessons that inspired the book. Welcome to the show, Tracie.
Hello, Hannah.
Hi, thanks so much for joining us, and congratulations. You've got a book out. It must be very exciting.
Yes. Yeah, it took a long time to write, actually, years and years to write. It's basically 12 years worth of just stuff. Most of my clients are great. I'm really lucky. I have the best clients in the world, but I'd say 5% of them over the last 12 years. Definitely got some stories there.
Oh, I bet. So have people been saying to you for a long time, you should put this in a book?
I've always said I should write a book about all the things I've seen. I think a lot of people do say that. I was talking to somebody the other day, a cafe owner, and he said, I could write 2 books about the things that I've experienced. And I said, do it, go for it. Because I think people are really interested about the things that go on behind closed doors, or, the things that go on behind the scenes.
Yeah, definitely. And when you're meeting members of the public, as you say, working in a cafe or working as a cleaner, whatever the job might be, you're bound to meet some interesting characters over the years.
Yes, and some interesting pets as well. There's a whole chapter about pets.
Oh, wow. What makes pets interesting?
Wow. Princess Bobo is a pet. She's the star of the book, really. And the chapter is actually called Princess Bobo and Friends. She's that important. And the story there is that the cleaner, Becky, was cleaning the house there. And she noticed the cat, Bumble, playing with something. You can imagine what's going to come next. She looked closely and she realised that it was the gerbil, Princess Bobo. And it wasn't moving. But the thing was, the family were on holiday. And so she rang me. She said, "Oh my God, I don't know what to do." So I said, "Okay, calm down. I'm going to ring the client and explain what's happened." So rang the client. I said, "Look, I'm really sorry, but your cat has killed the gerbil." And he said, "I'll give you a call back in about 5 minutes. I've just got to break the news to my 2 young children." And so he came back to me and he said, "Right, the girls have asked if it's possible. Could you bury her in the back garden by the swing?" And we're like, "Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Of course we will." And then so Becky found a little box to put Princess Bobo in. She went home to get a shovel because, the family were on holiday, so all of the tools and things were locked in the shed. And when she got back, she dug the hole, just about to put Princess Bobo in, and then she heard rustling. And Princess Bobo was playing dead. So actually, Princess Bobo, that's why she's so famous. She actually needs an Oscar, really, because of that performance, just playing dead, and had us all fooled. We all thought she was dead, and we put her back in a cage, locked the door so the cat couldn't go in, and called the clients who were basically on an emotional roller coaster that day.
Oh, goodness. So Princess Bobo was the name of the hamster, not the cat?
The gerbil.
The gerbil, the gerbil.
Yeah, Bumble was the cat.
Oh, God.
I don't know how he got into the cage because Princess Bobo was right on the top floor in the penthouse. So.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, well, thank goodness. Thank goodness everybody was alive. And I guess when you go into people's houses for the first time, or maybe every time, you never really know what to expect. And I'm sure some people are more discreet, shall we say, than others. I mean, I grew up in the UK and I didn't know anyone who had a cleaner. You needed to have a certain amount of money in order to have a cleaner. But living in Spain, it's a lot more normal to have a cleaner, which is really interesting. So I do have a cleaner now. And my husband and I, before the cleaner comes over, will always tidy up for the cleaner.
Oh, that's no fun. We don't like that. We like mess, and we like to see the difference. Yes. Well, I do anyway.
Well, our kind of thing is that there's a difference between tidying up and cleaning. And we sort of wouldn't expect the cleaner to know where everything goes and just sort of think that's our job to put everything away. And then the cleaner cleans. Is that not right then?
Yeah. Well, I mean, everyone's different, to be honest. I mean, if there's a shelf or something, or magazines out of place or whatever, I'm going to clean that table anyway. So I'll move everything off, clean it, and then put it all back nicely. So,
okay.
Fair enough. But yes, when I go to meet a client for the first time, they might think that they're vetting me, but actually I'm vetting them because I've had some very strange people. I've had couples that have been arguing, like shouting, screaming in front of me about how many hours it's going to take to clean the house, even though, I'm the professional. I know how long it's going to take to clean your house. I've had, a lady who wanted us to meet the cleaner first because she wanted to check her aura, and she didn't want any negative energy going into her house. So that was a strange request. And and then there was a couple of people who they lived in this immaculate house, chandeliers, high ceilings, drapes, gold picture frames on the walls, and they wanted a new cleaner. So I went over to meet them. Their cleaner had been with them for 8 years, and he was just going around the flat, putting his finger along the picture frames and saying, "Look at that. Would you say that's acceptable?" And then he said, "Oh, my cleaner's blind and stupid because she doesn't know how to clean properly." And I just thought, I need to get out of here. I am not going to inflict these two on any of my cleaners. So got back to the office and I just sent them a message and just said, "Look, I'm really sorry, but I don't think that we're the company for you."
Oh, good for you. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And on average then, would you go to some people's houses or apartments that are really, really like show home clean and you kind of think, do they really need me? Yeah, we don't like that. We like the dirty, but not the utter filth that makes you vomit, which has happened to me. Oh.
I don't take those off. There's extreme utter filth, and then there's just a regular level of dirt. So we love doing that. We don't like doing the extremely dirty houses, like the hoarders and that kind of thing. And we don't like extra clean houses either.
I was going to ask you about hoarding, because when I said about, us clearing up before the cleaner comes, hoarding's like a different level, isn't it? If you went into a room and couldn't even see the floor, I'm guessing that's a problem.
Yes. Well, actually, I mean, he wasn't a hoarder, but I did go to meet someone once. And it's quite a sad story, actually. But I walked in, his house was absolutely awful. And the smell was just unbelievable. And in the kitchen, there was just rubbish everywhere, washing up everywhere, takeaway containers all over the floor. The banisters were just like brown and sticky. The carpet was full of dog fur, dirty nappies. They had a baby. They had a toddler as well, and they had a teenage son. And I wasn't going to take this job on, but I actually thought that social services had been in touch because they had a baby, and I think that they asked them to get a cleaner. But when I went into the son's room, the teenage son's room, it was spotless. And I felt really sorry for this teenager, because I just thought he can't have people round. He can't ever have his friends over. And I just thought, right, I'm going to try and get this flat up to a good standard so that, for him really. Yeah. I couldn't give it to any of my girls because it was that bad. And all my cloths afterwards, I just threw in the bin because I didn't want them anywhere near my washing machine. And but it was funny because he wanted 2 hours a fortnight, and we don't generally do washing up. We don't mind doing a couple of cups or whatever, but there was so much washing up everywhere. So I just put it in a nice neat pile and left it there so I could clean the rest of the kitchen. And a fortnight later, I went there and there was washing up. Like every single item from the cupboard had been used, like every single knife, fork, pot, pan, plate, bowls, everything. And you're not going to believe this, but it was actually on the floor. There was no surface to put it on, and it was actually on the floor. But the worst thing was there was a Post-it note on the floor, and it said, "Please do the washing up first, and then the bathroom." And I thought, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Oh my goodness!
And I took a few deep breaths, and I just called him. And I said, "Look, we don't usually do this level of washing up." And he said, "Oh, don't you?" He sounded really surprised. But I did actually let him go, and it wasn't because of the mess, because I genuinely wanted to help that family. But it was the fact that he never paid his invoice. And every time I rang him to say, can you pay, you haven't paid, he'd just say, I can't, I'm at a festival, or I'm on holiday. And you just think, well, hang on a minute, you need to pay your cleaner.
Absolutely.
So I had to let him go.
No, good for you. I mean, it is shocking, isn't it? Sad and shocking how people can let their houses be like that, how they think, I don't know, going through cups and saucers and things like that and not cleaning them straight away. I know people are busy, and if you can't do it straight away the next day, even if you can't do it the next day, the following day, but to leave it for weeks and, it attracts ants and rats and goodness knows what. You need to be so
maggots.
Careful of things like that. Have you seen maggots?
I have seen maggots. Yes, I have. That's in the book too. She was a solicitor, so you would never think that she would be like that. But she used to have parties every weekend, and there would just be like she lived in a top floor flat, and the bins were on the street, and we had to carry all these bags and bags of bottles, and there were maggots. And I remember I was actually taking a cleaner out on a trial that day, and she just said, "Oh, I don't think this is for me." And I said, "Look, this isn't the norm. This is like
this is the exception."
Yeah. So I had to let that client go too. I mean, I don't let clients go all the time.
No, of course. And then there must be kind of embarrassing situations when you find something that you feel like, I shouldn't really be seeing this. Would you?
Well, I've written a whole chapter on that, and I don't know how much detail I'm allowed to go into because it's an afternoon show, isn't it?
Yes.
But yes, I have, and I've actually had to send an email to a client just to say that her cleaner, Rebecca, didn't want to clean there anymore because she was a house cleaner and not a motel cleaner.
Oh, yeah. No, fair enough.
Yeah.
And again, you'd think people would be mortified at the idea of...
people would put them away.
Yes, at the idea of anything remotely, things like that shouldn't be, that no one else should see other than you and your partner. You'd think people would be like, I've got to make sure I've put that away, or whatever it might be. I mean... Even things like dirty underwear, and you'd assume that people would never leave that lying around. I mean, this is part of not that we would ever leave them lying around, but this is part of the mentality of when the cleaner is coming to think, let's have a little tidy up beforehand.
Well, that's the reason I don't have a cleaner, because I've always got dirty washing everywhere. I've been mortified.
Oh, that's hilarious. I was going to ask you, are you super clean yourself then?
No. Well, people actually say to me, I bet your house is amazing. But actually, no, I've got the same pile of paperwork and stuff that I never get around to opening on top of my microwave, and, a big mountain of washing in my bedroom. I'm the same as everyone else. But being in this business, I'm definitely quite neurotic. Like, my thing is food. I can't stand crumbs, peas, anything. If I'm cleaning a kitchen counter and there's food, I can't, give me a toilet any day, but food, I just, really gets to me.
Oh, really? You prefer a toilet to a kitchen with food on it?
Yeah. And it's just like, I can't stand crumbs and, underneath people's sofa cushions. Yeah, I can't.
How funny.
So I'm really fussy about that. And I hoover probably several times a day in my own house.
Oh, really? So you do?
So my floors are clean, but...
So is it because you feel like you're really busy, or what is the reason that you're not like totally obsessed with cleaning in your own house?
Probably because I'm busy and I'm quite lazy. I think when I'm cleaning somebody else's house, you've got to do it, haven't you? But when it's your own house, you just think, I'll watch this TV show, or I'll go and have a bath, There's always something better to do than clean your house, I think.
Yeah, amazing. And do you feel that, do you ever get tips over the years? Do you get clients that pay what they're supposed to pay, but then give you tips or give you presents at Christmas or things like that? Do you have really nice clients that like to spoil you?
That not me, but my girls, my cleaners, they definitely do.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. But some people are a bit funny with monies. Like one client, when we said that the price was going up, she said, I think she said something about, well, that's not minimum wage. And was like, well, no, we pay, it has to be above minimum wage. We're not going to get anyone, cleaning's hard enough as it is. And she just didn't seem very appreciative.
Oh, that's
of what we
so
did.
rude. That's so rude to think that cleaners should be on minimum wage. The kind of stuff that you have to put up with that you've just said.
People can be quite rude.
Yeah.
I think there's
Shocking.
quite low-level rudeness where they don't intend to be. For example, like if you're cleaning a kitchen and then the client comes in and makes himself a cup of tea but doesn't offer you one, or even worse, offers the builder or the decorator one but completely ignores you. That's happened a few times. And one of my clients, when I first started cleaning, and it was before I started, it was just me, it was before I actually had a team and what have you, and I was cleaning for her, and we got on really well, actually. And she mentioned a product in quite a high-end supermarket, Waitrose, and it was a yogurt or something. And I said, oh, yeah, I like that too. And she stopped and she looked horrified and she said, someone like you shops in Waitrose. And I laughed, and I was a bit taken aback. And then she said, oh, well, I suppose they do have reduced items at the end of the day. And then,
oh my
but I did laugh it off. No, I think that was just the way she was. There wasn't
Again, rude.
It was rude, but I don't think she was intentionally rude. It was just her.
Yeah. Wow. Unbelievable. It is shocking, isn't it? I'm sorry that people speak to you like that, as if you're like,
oh no,
any less
honestly,
than them.
I have the best clients in the world. It's very rare. It's probably 5% of the people.
Yeah. And in terms of how often people have cleaners, because I think this is a really interesting one, and I guess it depends on the level of how clean they want their house, also maybe how much money they have, but on average, your average client, how regularly are you going there and how many hours are you doing?
Probably 2 hours a fortnight is the average.
Okay.
But we do have 4 hours a week. We have 8 hours a week, like twice a week, It just depends on the house. But yeah, my for the most part, it's 2 hours a fortnight.
So there were some clients that would have you for twice a week?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So when you get there, are you like, do they really need me, or is it really dirty twice a week?
I mean, I'd love someone here twice a week. No, it's not. I mean, there's one lady who has black carpets and 2 white dogs that shed everywhere. So that's mainly the reason why she has us for twice a week, because the hoovering is just...
Yeah.
But then as soon as you've hoovered, the dogs have just molted all over the place again.
Gosh. And what's your favourite kind of cleaning job to do? Hopefully, I'm sure, I know you said you prefer toilets to kitchens, but surely toilets isn't your favourite job.
I love bathrooms, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you can make it look, because I just like the transformation, like all the, making the toilet roll, doing a little origami thing on the toilet roll, and removing all the lime scale and making all the taps shiny, and putting all the shampoo bottles in order and just making it look lovely.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
love doing bathrooms.
And what about, are you nervous if you go to a place that has a lot of ornaments? I always think, because, if people have got a lot of ornaments, whether they're tiny little things or big things, if you've got someone in your house that's got to lift everything up in order to clean it, I'm sure accidents happen. Does it?
Accidents happen. Accidents happen. Yes, accidents definitely happen. And also, we've been accused of things that we haven't done as well. But yes, that's all in the book. But we've broken a few things.
Oh, well, I mean, you're human. It happens. And
yeah.
How do people generally react when that happens?
Well, I think most people are fine. I think as long as you rectify it and you put it right straight away, then they're absolutely fine. I've they're usually fine. I did have one lady who the little lever on the shower dial just kind of came off once, and it was £6. It wasn't expensive at all, but it is the inconvenience of it, I guess. But she was not happy at all, and she actually sacked us because of it. She made a big sort of mountain out of a molehill. But no, usually it's all fine. I mean, it's quite common. We break a cup or whatever, I'll just replace it. But anything big, I mean, we had to use our insurance not that long ago because one of our cleaners was cleaning in a block of flats and the water was off in the flat. The client was on holiday and she turned the tap on. There's no water. So she contacted the client, but she forgot to turn the tap back off. So when the client came back, there was just water running, condensation everywhere. But luckily, my insurance paid for a new kitchen for her, so it was all fine.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, my goodness. Yeah,
but we're not accidents.
No, of course. I suppose my worry would be, for you, I mean, not because we have loads of antiques, but if something was to break and it was to be, really worth something, or something that the client was to turn around and say, well, that's irreplaceable. You can't go and pick it up at a local shop. It's been in my family for generations. I mean, that must be mortifying. Has anything like that happened?
No, luckily it hasn't. It hasn't. But something close to that, actually. Well, one of my clients actually rang me once in a panic because he had this old World War II suitcase. And he was using it as a prop for World War II Day at his son's school, and he had actually borrowed it. But what had happened was the handle, the strap, had come off, and he couldn't find it anywhere. So I called the cleaner and I said, have you seen it? And she said, oh, yes. There was a piece of fabric on the floor by the kitchen bin. So I just assumed it was rubbish and put it in the bin. So, but the client was, he was ringing me constantly and basically accusing the cleaner of taking it home with her.
Oh, no, as if. What would she do with that?
What exactly? What would she do with that? And he said,
handle of a suitcase.
If she put it in the bin like she said she would, like she said she did, then she should come over here and go through the bin herself. And Marina was in such a state over it, the cleaner. She was in such a state over it. And in the end, oh, yes, that was it. And then he said, OK, I'm going to give it till tonight. If she owns up and says that she's taken it, then nothing more will be said. As long as she brings it back, that'll be the end of it. But if she doesn't, then I'm going to terminate our services. And he took the suitcase back to his friend that he'd borrowed it from. They weren't bothered at all because it was so old. And but he sacked us because he didn't trust us and he thought that Marina had taken it, which is ridiculous. Absurd.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, dear. Well, it's been brilliant chatting with you. I'm sure the book is so fun to read. If people want to get a copy of it, it's called Tales from Under the Kitchen Sink. It's by T.K. Robinson. It's available on our website, tre.radio. It's been lovely chatting with you. Thanks so much for joining us, Tracie.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.